I had to upgrade to this like big time Zoom account today to like now I can do whole webinars or something, which I have no need for, but
Well, you never know, right?
exactly, yeah.
Maybe it'll come in handy one day.
Oh shoot. Okay, so this way we're actually live right now.
Okay.
Um, so let me, yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Um, I'm still gonna record it. So for the SoundCloud, we're starting right now, and for the YouTube, we've been live just for the last couple seconds. But welcome everyone. Today is September 11th, and we're on the HodlCast, and we have a special guest, Blake Rizzo of the Tour to Crypto today. So really looking forward to speaking with him. One moment here, I just have to mute. It was like we're trying this new thing with the YouTube live, and just had to mute it because it was loud. Hopefully, no one else could hear that playback noise. But all right, Blake, great to have you on. Really excited to learn more about the Tour to Crypto. Could you give us a little background on yourself and what the Tour to Crypto is?
Sure. Thank you very much for having me on. I'm really excited to do this. This is my first live stream, so can't wait to get feedback from people that are watching. But I'm a lawyer by trade, been practicing law for just over 22 years now, do commercial litigation work, and got involved in the crypto arena last summer, 2017, and really just started learning a few things and didn't really get my feet wet until the end of the year. Bought in right before the run and just a little bit just to kind of get my bearings and test things out. And then in December, I was like, wow, this is easy. And,
Yeah. Everyone thought they were geniuses.
yeah. I was like, man, this is really easy. And then then came January 2018, and I just kind of been holding on like everyone else. And it was probably 3 or 4 months ago when Jason Berlin introduced the Tour de Crypto to me and asked me if I wanted to be involved. And basically what it is, and I'm sure we can get into more detail later, but basically two gentlemen will be riding their bikes from New York to California, coast to coast, to spread the word about cryptocurrency donations for charitable organizations. And Jason is the mastermind behind the plan. He had always wanted to ride his bike across the United States, and he had the time to do it, but he's also very involved in crypto. And so he thought, why not combine the two? And he asked me to help out. And originally it was just doing, contracts, looking at documents, just to sort of help him out. And the more I got involved, the more I really liked what he was doing. And eventually he asked me if I wanted to join him to, become, quote, full-time, basically outside of my law practice to help. And we've been just going at it ever since. So it's been crazy. It's been a wonderful experience. The crypto Twitter community has been very receptive, and we're really excited because they start their ride this week.
Yeah, when is it? They're starting in New York, I think I saw.
Yeah, they'll be starting from the shore in the Hamptons, and then they're riding into New York, and they'll have an official launch party Saturday night. I think the location and everything and the time is the pinned post on the Tour de Crypto Twitter. So if you're in the New York area, you can check that out. They will be having a launch party. There'll be a lot of people in attendance to wish them well and wish them on their way. So they'll be starting from New York this Saturday.
Wow, that's exciting. Hopefully the weather doesn't impact them at all with the hurricane coming and stuff.
Yeah, we're watching that. I've lived near the Gulf Coast all my life, so I'm very familiar with hurricanes and what they can do. So we're watching it. We obviously hope that, we're not worried about it from our perspective. We're more worried about it for the people in the path. And so I'm hoping that, this will be one of those that fizzles out or decides to U-turn and go back out to sea. If not, we will certainly be keeping an eye on it. And, if it comes to the point to where there's road closures or flooding or anything like that, then obviously we will adjust our route, because right now we are planning to go through North Carolina. We have a stop, I think it's next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if it were to get hit and there were road closures or flooding, we may have to divert, further in the United States. But right now we're planning on going, and we're just going to keep an eye on it and hope that the storm fizzles out or turns and doesn't affect the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. The last 2 years in Jacksonville, where I was in law school there, they had huge hurricane warnings, like a week and a half, 2 weeks out. The grocery stores were getting, running out of water, stuff like that. And then nothing that major really ended up happening. And it said the people that are native, I'm from Canada, so I'm not used to these hurricane warnings. And at first it was really a scary thing, thinking this storm is coming and, it's going to be big floods and everything. But they told me they get this every year, that the news makes a huge, huge deal of it. And it rarely ends up being something that's, going to last for a long time in terms of the cleanup. But I mean, last year we saw it didn't hit Florida as bad as it was expected, but certainly still this year trying to clean up from it in Puerto Rico, places like that, and the smaller islands. So
yeah, and being on the Gulf Coast, we do the same things. We're like, we'll be fine. It's not that big of a deal, because there's always a chance it'll lessen or turn or go somewhere else. So that's what we hope for. I've been caught here in Houston where we decided, the hurricane was supposed to come straight to Houston. So we went to Baton Rouge, and then at the last minute it turned and went to Baton Rouge. So, you just never know. So we're going to keep an eye on it and hope for the best, hope that there isn't mass destruction, and just, watch the weather and keep on riding.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be praying it, stays out of their path and stays out of everyone's path, just turns around and goes, right back out to sea.
Yeah. You don't ever want to laugh or joke about hurricanes, but, we've been talking about Jason becoming Forrest Gump as he's riding across the United States, having people follow him. And then with the hurricane coming, I was like, oh, which one of you is going to be Lieutenant Dan on top of the RV, cursing at Mother Nature? So, we'll see how it all plays out, but we're going to hope for the best. And, they're going to complete the ride. They're going to do this. So we'll just, fight the good fight and hope for the best.
Exactly. So what kind of, it's all the money's going to charity. What charities are you guys working with?
Yeah, the way we have it set up is 100% of all donations will go to HAWC. That's the Houston Area Women's Center. I am personally involved with HAWC on a daily basis. We have set up a number of wallets at HAWC, so they are in complete control of their wallets. So you can donate directly to them. The tour will not receive any of the money from those donations.
Wow, that's a new way of doing donations. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're trying to do, is to show, not only the world, but charitable organizations how awesome this is, how transparent it is. But HAWC is, like I said, the Houston Area Women's Center. They've been around since 1977. They have an incredibly high, one of the highest ratings on Charity Navigator. The federal government gives them $3.5 million a year, so they're very well vetted. But what they do is they house, shelter, and counsel men, women, children, transgender, all people that are victims of domestic or sexual abuse. They actually have a confidential facility where they house, clothe, feed these individuals, and provide counseling. They have a 24/7 hotline that they run. And they're just an incredible organization. They shelter approximately 2,000 people a year.
Wow.
They field 40,000 phone calls a year. and it costs a lot of money. Our goal is to raise $1 million in crypto for HAWC through the tour, and it cost them about $2 million a year just to run the shelter and provide everything that the victims of abuse need. So
you'd be helping. That would be a huge help to get them $1 million then.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why we're targeting charities like HAWC instead of major national charities, because we want to be able to make a difference, and we want to be able to show the world how crypto can be used for good. And so you take HAWC, they receive about $3.5 million in donations a year. You add an extra $1 million to that pot through crypto, and they're able to do a lot of great things with that. So that's what we're really excited about, because this is our first annual trip. They're our first charitable organization. So we really want to use this as a pilot, if you will, to show the world, the benefits of cryptocurrency donations to charitable organizations.
Mm-hmm. And how has that been going? Like how much have you raised so far, if you don't mind me asking? Or
No, not at all. Well, we have two lead sponsors are World CryptoCon and Ronnie Moaz. And then we have 4 other sponsors: Electra, Aircoins, Unifox, and just as of yesterday, the Concierge Club. And so far, we have $180,000 pledged from our sponsors, plus World CryptoCon's pledged 5% of all ticket sales.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes. I mean, so that number will be huge. I mean, that's easy 6 figures there.
Yeah.
Because that is going to be a huge conference, massive turnout. So we're really excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll be there with Ross Albright's mom, Lynn, where she's bringing me in as her guest. But
great.
They've also they've offered to do an event where they're going to have some major players in the Bitcoin blockchain space debate each other in a boxing ring type atmosphere, and the proceeds will go to Ross's legal defense. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah. So
well, I look forward to seeing you there. Yeah, we were so excited to have World CryptoCon involved. That was done through Ronnie. I don't know if you're familiar with Ronnie, but he's all over the news all the time. He very popular, but he also has a very big heart. He's really into philanthropy. He raised over $400,000 for food for the poor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's big time when it comes to philanthropy. And I happened to be on Twitter the week we started it. We made our first announcement on a Sunday. That following Saturday, I had been on Twitter for about 9 hours, just spreading the word, trying to get engagement and explain to people what we are. And I saw Ronnie post about World CryptoCon, and I immediately responded saying, "Hey, our guys on the Tour de Crypto will be going to CryptoCon. I know you've got I know you're into philanthropy. Would love you to look into it." And 5 minutes later, he sent me a text or a direct message and said, "Call me. I want to talk to you."
Oh, that's a good message to get.
Yeah. And so I was on the phone with Ronnie for an hour and a half Saturday night. I was actually out of the house at the time. And so I'm talking to Ronnie and explaining everything to him. And we found out that he had always had a goal of walking across the United States for charity, but was just never able to get it done. And
so how long would that take?
Yeah, no joke. So this really resonated with him. And before I knew it, he was like, "I am all in. I will help you. We are going to do this." And then the next day I had Jason on the phone with him. We had a conference call, and before you know it, he went all in. He's emailing his subscribers. And then we were able to get World CryptoCon involved through him. So yeah, it really blew up after that first week.
Well, yeah, you've done a great job on the Twitter community. I noticed like you included me on a follow Friday, and I that was like the most Twitter activity I'd ever had. Like there were so many retweets of it, and it looks like a really great community you've got built up. But one thing I noticed, they all ask why they compare you to is it Ryan Reynolds or the Deadpool? How did that start?
Yeah, that was so funny. I posted my first video, which was just introducing myself in the Tour de Crypto. And some guy, I don't know who he is or what, but he said, you look like, he said, I'm confused. This looks like an older, heavier Ryan Reynolds. So I thought,
He's not wrong.
I got a big kick out of that. I'm like, hey, I don't mind being compared to Ryan Reynolds, even if it is, Fat Ryan. And so we have a Telegram group, the Tour de Crypto Telegram group. And so then they all started picking on me about it. And that's when they started calling me Fat Ryan because I had made the comment. It wasn't in a mean way. I made the comment,
Mm-hmm.
And so, it was kind of fun for a little while and we were messing around. And then it died out a little bit. And then yesterday, on my last video I posted, some guy responded, you look like Deadpool. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Because I don't see it. But hey, if someone wants to compare me to Ryan Reynolds, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, you have the same jawline.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay. So yeah, it's been fun. I mean, we're all laughing and joking about it. But again, I don't see it, but I certainly am not going to complain about it.
Mm-hmm. And what about, so it's, as you mentioned earlier, it's been a little bit of a challenging crypto market to say the least since you guys started this, and you're still able to get donations even in the bear market.
Yeah, we are. Right now we really haven't started receiving a lot. We probably have about $11,000 from the various crypto communities that are involved. I think everyone's sort of waiting for the tour to start and then really start reaching out to their communities to, promote the tour and ask them to donate. Mm-hmm. One of the things that we have to overcome is people are sitting there thinking, well, wait, we're in a bear market. If I donate this crypto and then the market, we go on this big bull run, I'm going to miss out. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that, but, first, why not donate and let the charitable organization benefit from that? Mm-hmm. Second, if you really want to and you have the means to, donate crypto to the charity and then go buy back whatever you donated, and then that way both of you can benefit from the run. And also I've been involved with charitable organizations and raising money in other areas. And it really is about participation. You don't have to have a lot of money donated from each individual if everyone participates. I mean, you look at, Bitcoin Magazine, they have over 500,000 followers. Joel Comm, Bad Crypto Podcast has over 900,000 followers.
Wow.
If all of those people gave $1 in crypto, we're there. We reached our goal. Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to get the message across that, hey, you don't have to give a lot, just give something. And, mm-hmm. If you do that, the numbers will increase drastically. For example, Electra, they're one of our sponsors, and they're also a community contributor. They set up a tip bot group, if you will, on Telegram, and people will just tip or donate Electra to the HAWC charity Telegram that we have set up. And in 4 weeks, we've probably received over 1 million Electra just from people donating and tipping occasionally. So, I mean, it really adds up when you're just doing a little bit here and there, but you have a lot of people involved. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the message that I need to spread. Sure, there are whales out there. Please donate as much as you can. But, it doesn't take a lot. Most of us aren't whales. Most of us don't have a ton of crypto to just donate at will. So I'm trying to impress upon people that, yes, I realize we're in a bad bear market right now, but you don't have to give a lot. It's just more about getting the numbers behind us.
Have you guys, have you looked into the Pineapple Fund, or are you
Yeah, we
familiar with
did.
that?
Yeah, we did, but they've stopped
Oh,
donating
okay.
to charities because they've donated so much money to so many charities. They finally have kind of put a cap on who they're donating to. But yeah, we've looked at them. We've looked at I think it's BitGive and other charitable organizations out there that we've contacted and are trying to work with to raise awareness to the cause.
And do people get a tax write-off the same way they would if they were donating fiat, or is there a way to do that with crypto?
There is, but right now the IRS is treating crypto as property, so it's a little different than fiat. But you do get a tax benefit if you hold it for over a year. You get a larger deduction. But even if you don't hold it for over a year, you still get a cost-based credit or deduction. So yes, I mean, we're telling people obviously to keep a record of it. And then when it comes time to do your taxes, make sure you get with your CPA to get the tax advantage that you can from making that donation. And the good thing about it is being on the blockchain, you'll be able to show proof of your donation to the HAWC wallet address. So, that'll be a good thing as well.
Yeah. And I mean, also if they have big gains from other years that they might not have recorded, then they can, if they have to take a loss, this might be a way to get a tax loss too, if they were cementing in, a price that they're giving it away at a lower price than what they bought it for.
Yeah. And so that's
up to $3,000.
Yeah, you never know. That is definitely a benefit, and hopefully, I think the IRS will come around, and it will be treated more like fiat, and we will have more specific regulations on how the IRS is going to deal with crypto. But right now, it falls under the property category, so we have to treat it like donations of property for now.
But yes, and I bet as they go around, on their biking to each city, if they attend meetups and things like that, that'll spark more donations too, when people actually see them in action and see the posts of them riding, especially if it's like, bad weather conditions, or not but I bet people will donate more if it is bad weather conditions. I always used to find that I went door to door collecting money for these swimathons that would be given to the IWK, a hospital in Canada. And when it was raining out, people were so much more generous with their donations than if it was nice weather for some reason.
Right. Well, you're out there doing hard work. So yeah, they definitely want to donate. They feel bad that you're out there, in all the rain and whatnot. But yeah, we are definitely excited to get it started, because we do think once they get on the road, it will definitely bring more awareness to the cause. We're stopping in 16 different cities. We're planning meet and greets in all those cities. So if anyone watching or listening wants to help out, you can go on the Tour de Crypto website and see all the cities and the dates when we'll be stopping. And if you want to help organize a meetup or attend a meetup to meet the riders, that would be great, because we're going to be filming the entire ride. Jason and Jovel, they're the two riders. They picked up the RV today.
Oh, nice.
So they'll be followed by an RV. They'll have a driver and a videographer with them. So they're going to video the entire journey. We'll be videoing all the meet and greets to get the word out there. And we've been talking to a few influencers to help organize some of the meet and greets. I don't know if you're familiar with Crypty Window O. She has been a huge help. She did my first interview for me with regard to the tour, and she is going to help plan the finale in Huntington Beach, California.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're really excited to have her help. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting trip, and I do think that it's going to become more popular once you see them out there cycling. And we have no idea what they're going to encounter.
Yeah.
and there's no telling. So we hope at the end of the day that we can put together a great documentary to show not only our success in raising the $1 million for HAWC, but also show, the trials and tribulations that they went through to get this done.
Mm-hmm. And so will I guess they'll sleep in the RV every night and just keep going?
Yeah, we've been talking about that. They will sleep in the RV. I've encouraged them to, stay in a hotel room occasionally because they're going to need some rest.
Yeah.
4 of them would be cramped in the RV. It's not a, $300,000 RV. So,
mm-hmm. Well, maybe some crypto people along the way could open up their houses too and just say, oh, come in for a nice meal and, the spare bedroom for a night or.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Although they might not want to stay with, they might say, oh, stranger danger.
Yeah, I've told them that when they get to Houston, they're welcome to crash at my house, and I'll take them out and get a good meal because they're going to need it traveling all the way across Texas.
Yeah. Oh my God. They're going to need so much food, like all the calories they're going to burn on this.
Yeah. They're already eating a ton because they're training every day. These guys aren't cyclists by nature. I mean,
oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they've been training but yes, they are eating a lot because they are training a lot.
I was wondering, because I'm going to bike with them after the Vegas conference towards California. I think I can only do 2 days or so, 2 or 3, but I was wondering how fast they're going to go because I'm training for a half Ironman right now, which will be a 56-mile bike in the middle of a swim and a run. But I'm just learning, like, this will be my first long distance bike ride coming up September 23rd. So then this will be like another month and a half after that to get ready to do 2 full days of biking. But if they're going super fast, I don't know if I can keep up. But they'll probably be so tired by then that they won't be that fast.
Yeah, especially after World CryptoCon in Vegas. But no, as far as I know, I actually talked to Jason today, and he said, between 10 and 15 miles an hour. I have no idea if that's fast or not. I'm not a cyclist.
That's
they aren't breaking any records.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try to ride about 100 miles a day.
Oh God, that's so much. I guess you have to do that much to get the distance done.
Yeah, they're going to break it up. They're going to try to ride, get up early and ride 50 miles or so.
And then stop for some food
stop for some food, some relaxation, do some filming and uploading of videos and whatnot, and then ride again, afternoon, early evening.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely going to try and break it up, but I'm excited to kind of see
even
how
just for their clothes, like how are they going to keep clean clothes? They're going to be wearing the same sweaty outfit some days probably without going to a laundry, or they'll have to, there's probably not a laundry on the tour bus thing.
No, but
they could wash it in the sink.
Yeah. Well, that, and I think that the the driver of the RV, they'll probably go ahead occasionally to do stuff like that, to take care of things that need to be taken care of like that. So, and then obviously when they stop in our meet and greet cities, they'll be able to take care of stuff like that. So, World CryptoCon has sent them T-shirts, and we have bike jerseys, the jerseys that cyclists wear.
Mm-hmm. I hope they have the padded shorts because
a long time. They're going to need that. That's right. Yeah, but we just picked up the RV today, and we finalized the design for the jerseys. The jerseys are going to have the sponsors on there and some of the coin communities. And then I think either tomorrow or Thursday, we'll be putting vinyl wrap on the RV.
Oh, nice.
For our sponsors and then our coin communities that are participating.
And how much is it to get on the jersey, or it's probably too late for that now?
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to become a sponsor and get on the jersey, something would have to happen almost immediately because those are that's probably not possible at this time. There's still probably time to get on a wrap, get your symbol on the RV. If someone wanted to sponsor, we could still probably do that. Because I think the final wraps will be going on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, we have a lot of communities that are participating. Right now, Electra was the first, and we have Digibyte, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Monero, we added. And then we have 4, let's see, Redcoin, Patcoin, EVI. And then today, Zen, which used to be Zcash and is now Horizon.
I didn't know they changed to Horizon.
Yeah, they changed to Horizon. They're going through a transition from cryptocurrency to a pioneering platform to protect consumer data. And they joined today. So we'll be adding them. We'll be setting up HAWC with a wallet for them as well. And then, like I said yesterday, the Concierge Club just became a sponsor. So we'll also set HAWC up with a wallet for their coins as well. Nice. So yeah, we have it's funny because
like you're getting a lot of traction then every day, a new one coming on.
Yeah, we are. We're getting a lot of traction, and we're watching the Tour de Crypto Twitter feed. We're probably getting, around 50 new followers a day. We're getting lots of emails from different companies and, coins that are interested. And what we're doing is, we were asking for the coins that want to be involved to donate $1,000 in Bitcoin to HAWC. So we know that they're serious and they're not just looking for some free publicity. I don't want to have them on our webpage and have them on the RV and go set up wallets at HAWC if they're just looking for some free publicity. So, once they make the commitment and say, yes, we are in, and they donate the Bitcoin to HAWC, then I go to HAWC and we set up their wallet and, we start publicizing the address and whatnot. So it's been great. I mean, people have been very receptive and, they're happy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, we've opened it up to all coins. I know that there are different monikers for different types of coins that people like to say all the time. But when we were talking to HAWC about it, their mindset was, look, we're all inclusive. We like the little guy. And so if any coin wants to participate, then let them participate. And I said, well, I agree, we'll do that, but we still have to have, a minimum level of contribution, or else I'll be setting up 1,000 wallets at HAWC, and we can't do that. So everybody that's been interested, we've talked to, and so far everyone that's come to us has agreed to donate and have their wallets set up. So we're really excited about it.
Excellent. And then what's the charity going to be able to do with the crypto? Like how will they cash it out? Or do you think they'll be able to convince some of their vendors to accept crypto and kind of spread it that way?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question because we're in the process of working through that. Right now, most charitable organizations, if they do deal with crypto, they just immediately convert it. And they actually use a third party to do it and who's going to take some money. And so what we're trying to do is work with HAWC and their board of directors to set up some policies and procedures to deal with crypto and not just convert it immediately to fiat. Mm-hmm. So we're working through some different processes on how to deal with it. And so I think the mindset right now is to have a combination of converting some and holding some and using it where they can for their services.
Yeah. And some people talk about like the blue chips of crypto, or, maybe the same way like some mutual funds set up, 60%, like that you could set up some kind of asset allocation for the crypto that they are continuing to hold so that you have it, diversified the way that you want. Like if you wanted, a bigger percentage in Bitcoin or, a certain, and then maybe the Bitcoin part of it, like it wouldn't be hard to rebalance that so that it would meet the percentages, and more people might accept Bitcoin than they would some of the other alternatives. So they wouldn't have to cash everything out of crypto if they could work with some, if they were providing food services. I know there's some that might, I guess it'll just be an experiment and something that'll grow every year. Like if you are doing this as an annual event, maybe this year they have to cash out more of it, but it'll be fun to see every year. Maybe they can get more and more people to accept crypto so they don't have to cash it.
Right. I mean, that's the plan. And I joke with them. I told them, I said, look, you're going to have to eventually hire somebody to deal with this because it's coming, Yes, this is a test case, and yes, you're learning, but I'm glad that they're receptive to learning and exploring and not just saying, no, we're just going to convert to fiat and not worry about it. They're very forward thinking. They're very excited about the possibility of accepting crypto and dealing with it. And so, yeah, you're exactly right. We're going to set up some procedures where there will be an allocation of, what to hold, how much to convert, and definitely where they can use it for services, they will. And so I do think it'll grow every year. And I do think it will be a situation where in the future, it's just going to be spent just like fiat is today.
Mm-hmm. And especially if we do get a nice bull run coming, everything they get now, it'll be fun to track, oh, we raised $1 million, but it's worth 10 million because the market, blew up.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's best case scenario for us. I would love that to happen, because that would, not only is it a great use case, but I mean, they would benefit just tremendously from it. And
yeah,
that would be really awesome. So yeah, I'm hoping that is what happens. And, they understand that the reverse can happen. They understand that this is a pilot project. They understand the volatility in the market. I've had many meetings with them to explain all the different possibilities and outcomes that they can have. I mean, we've even talked about, some of the smaller coins that are donated. I said, you can't, let's say you get in a ton of a certain small coin. You can't just go online and liquidate that all at once. You'll wreck the coin if you have a lot of it, And so, we need to look at that as well and come up with some guidelines on how we're going to deal with the smaller coins. My guess is after the tour is over, they're still going to accept coins. They're going to still accept crypto, but it may be limited to the big three or, depending on how this goes, maybe just the coins that are participating in the tour. But eventually I do see a point where, most charitable organizations will be accepting crypto. And that's sort of our job, is to educate, the other charitable organizations on how this can be done.
And wow, if this really takes off, it will be a good spot to point the government and say, well, look, like, it's being used for charity in more of a cash like manner than a property manner. So it might be good to give, the same treatment that fiat gets in terms of donations too, and see if that, increases it. I think only good can come from what you guys are doing. It's really, really great work. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we hope so. And, like HAWC said, they don't really have anything to lose, right? I mean, it's money it's crypto that's being donated. If it doesn't work out, okay, well, they were on the cutting edge and they tried. But, I would hate to be sitting here a year from now and having them not participate and not do this and, Bitcoin be soaring and crypto be widely accepted. So I really think that at the end of the day, this is going to be a great use case and a great project. And, we do hope to put this together into a documentary when it's all said and done, to be able to show people what a great use case it is for charitable organizations.
I can't wait to watch that. It'll be a great one, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
where can people, like, how do people donate, or what else can people do? Say they like, first and foremost, certainly you want donations, but if they for some reason can't, can they like donate food for the riders, when they're in the city, or like what's the best things that people can do for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the best thing right now is to help spread the word on Twitter. We have our Twitter page, Tour de Crypto. We're on Instagram and Facebook as well. So just, any interaction, social media, spreading the word is great. If you want to help out while they're on the tour, you're more than welcome to provide food, clothing, anything that you'd like to assist the riders. They're going to be stopping in, like I said, 16 different cities. So if you want to join a meet and greet and, bring them your famous fresh apple pie or whatever, I mean, I'm sure they would love it. So they'll be happy to meet as many people. And if you want to join them
Maybe.
on part of the ride.
Mm-hmm. And a special call out, any massage therapists in those 16 cities will probably be very welcome.
Yeah, I actually asked him if that was someone that we're going to have in the RV, because their legs are going to be fried.
Yeah.
But yeah, so really that's ways you can get involved. We are looking forward to having them here in Houston, because that's going to be kind of their sort of regrouping point, their halfway point. So I'll have a lot of stuff ready for them here to, go on to the second leg of the tour. Ronnie Moaz is going to actually come down. He's rearranged his schedule to meet the riders here and tour the HAWC facility. So we plan to have a nice meet and greet here and get the guys all fed up, get them, whatever provisions they need.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anybody that wants to help, you can reach out to me on Twitter. It's Blake Rizzo, Rizzo 24. You can send me an email, blake@tourdecrypto.com. The main email is info@tourdecrypto.com. So yeah, reach out to me if you have any ideas on doing a meet and greet in a city, donating, any questions about donating, or providing any kind of services to help these guys out. Yeah, please reach out. We'd love to talk to you.
Awesome. And they can donate directly on the Tour de Crypto website. Is that correct? Like, do you have the QR codes there, or?
Right now, we have all of the addresses there.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to Tour de Crypto and you can see all the addresses, but you can also go to the HAWC webpage. Under the Support Us tab, there's Tour de Crypto. Click on that. It'll bring you to their Tour de Crypto page, where they also have all the coins and wallet addresses as well. Some people have been asking for QR codes, so I think we're going to add those. We started adding them originally, but then so many coins started participating, we took them off to, make room for everybody. But I know the Litecoin community has asked if we'd put up a QR code. So we're looking into doing that right now, just to make it easier for people that like to donate from mobile phones and things like that, to be able to, to make it as easy as possible, so we can get more people donating.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And they say the hardest thing about managing crypto is like actually being your own bank, so it's not easy, downloading and getting all those different wallets. And so hopefully the charity, you are working with them to make sure they know how to do that safely and keep track of it all. But it sounds like, it's all set up.
Yeah, it's funny because when we first started this, I spent a lot of time there with them, teaching them all about crypto and wallets and how it all worked. But it's to the point now to where I can just email the IT guy and say, hey, I need you to download this wallet. Let me know when it's done, and we'll do a test transaction. And so it's gotten a lot easier. They'll update me. Hey, we got so-and-so in today and things like that. So yeah, they're learning, and it's been exciting to watch them just progress in these, short 3 or 4 weeks here.
Absolutely. And I'll put the link, we don't have probably a huge audience that'll watch this, but, for those that do watch, we'll have the link in the comments here, so to the Tour de Crypto and the HAWC website, so they can go donate directly and hopefully we'll keep the donations coming in and the support as they begin this incredible journey.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think a lot of people will watch this. We'll get this spread all over social media, and hopefully we'll get a lot of feedback from it.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully lots of donations. So.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Remember that rule, people, 10% of everything you should be donating.
That's right.
So take your crypto portfolio, every wallet you've got on there, take 10% of it all, donate it right here to the Tour de Crypto and HAWC.
Yeah, maybe I need to think about having you as a spokesperson for us. You can start spreading the word, asking people for 10%, huh?
Yeah. Well, we'll try.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and look forward to watching the updates as the tour begins, and joining, meeting you in Vegas, and then biking for a couple of days with the riders after that.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having me on. They are definitely excited to get on the journey, and they're also excited. You were the first person to reach out and say, "Hey, I want to ride along." So they're really looking forward to meeting you in Vegas and having someone to ride with them for a little ways after that.
Oh yeah, I can't. Well, it's always been a dream of mine. In high school, I saw that movie Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, and they're driving along in that convertible, down those roads, and you see it in a lot of movies. And I've never been to Vegas before. This will be my first time there. So I thought the Grand Canyon, I did a big project on that ecosystem when I was in like grade 2 or something. And my mom and I have always talked about going through the whitewater rafting in that river. So anyway, when now it happens that I'm going to be in Vegas, and then they're doing this all the way down California. So it sounds, it just kind of lined up pretty nicely. But I got to figure out what to do about a bike, because I'm actually going on this Contra cruise with one of my clients, Tatiana Moroz, the week before the Vegas conference. So I'm not going to have my bike with me. So and my triathlon coach said if I reach out to bike shops around there, they'll probably sponsor to lend me a bike when you tell them about what the Tour de Crypto is about, that bike shops will probably want to, be involved too. So I'm going to next week start reaching out and try and find someone to loan me a bike for a couple of days.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. And then we'll certainly acknowledge them on the tour for helping you out, without a doubt. But
hopefully we can get them to donate some, more than just a bike, and get some, actual crypto donation too. But probably a lot of bike shops aren't, crypto whales either. But
you never know. You never know.
It'll spread the word anyway.
That's right. Exactly. And that's all we can do right now. Just keep fighting and spreading the word and pushing forward, and reach that goal of $1 million for HAWC.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Blake, or AKA Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, Blake is fine.
All right.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks, and we'll see you on Twitter.
All right.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.